Alright, hey guys, it's Cardo. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do carpet lines for your interior. This will be a simple 3-step procedure. I'm going to be showing you guys how to clean the carpets, then I'm going to show you the tools that you need, as well as learning how to draw the lines. Helpful information coming right up, so sit tight and enjoy the video.
Whether you're a detailing business or hobbyist, carpet lines add the cherry on top for any job and can change the overall language of the car's interior. Here I will walk you guys step by step on how to achieve the dashing looks of clean carpet lines in a vehicle's interior. So enough talk, and let's get started. Step 1. Cleaning the fabrics. Before drawing any lines, make sure that you have a clean surface to work on, regardless if you are doing a simple vacuum or carpet shampoo. Getting the fabrics cleaned is always advised for greater results. Please note what I will demonstrate here is subjective, so substitute whichever technique or products that work best for you. I got some mats from a car that I am servicing and thought it would be a great opportunity to share some knowledge with you guys. So let's get started. First, start by cleaning the surface. This could be a wipe down, air compressing, or as I am demonstrating, a simple vacuum. I prefer the vacuum because it sucks up any loose grit and when accompanied with other tools can ensure a higher cleaning output with the least amount of effort. Yes, you can shampoo the fabrics. Here I did not, only because it was not that dirty, so feel free to adjust if necessary. What I am showing here is not just for the mats, but for the interior carpet flooring and seats as well, so the procedure for those areas is pretty much the same. Step 2. Tools you will need. After the cleaning session, you will need some items to do clean carpet lines, and of course, all products showcased will be linked in the description down below for you to check out. Up first is a liquid to lightly dampen the fabrics. Yes, you heard that right. You will need a liquid of some sort to lightly mist the fabrics to guide the fibers in the direction of your lines and to neutralize any static buildup that could interfere with the procedure. You can either use regular water in a spray bottle or a pure odor eliminator with no scent additives. Not a must, but adds as a cherry on top for the interior services. My favorite odor remover is Fresh Up from Kosh Chemie since it has no dyes or scent additives. It indeed removes any smells and neutralizes it for a, well, neutral smell. Try to avoid sprayable air fresheners since most of them contain oils which can clog the fibers and ruin the carpet lines. Not impossible, but not worth the hassle either. Next up are the brush tools to draw the lines. I have 3 different brushes that I will demo for you guys to see. A pet hair brush, dedicated fabric brush, and drill brush attachment, which I don't recommend, and you will see why. I will showcase how effective each one is in their own categories so you can see the key differences in case you own one of these tools. Step 3. Drawing lines. Now we can get into the fun stuff. Here I will demonstrate using Fresh Up to neutralize any smells and the carpet brush to achieve clean lines. Please note I am not using a ruler, so while this is not perfect and eyeballing it can lead to imperfections, on top of the slippery table that I'm using, with enough practice, you should get the hang of it. So let's get started. First, start by lightly misting the liquid over the carpets to neutralize any static buildup so you can draw the lines in the direction of your brush. Do not oversaturate the surface. You don't want to deal with wet carpets, which at that point you will have to vacuum out. Next, brush all the fabrics in one direction so you have a clean canvas to work on. This also applies if you are doing interior fabric floors and seats, so evenly cover the whole surface until it looks flush. Now to draw the lines. The width of the line will depend on your brush tool and how you orientate it with your hands. For this floor mat, I do not want thick lines since they can look messy and flat, so I will not hold my brush horizontally, but instead vertically for thin lines so the design can repeat itself multiple times for a clean aesthetic. After you find the right orientation, brush in the opposite direction from the initial brush. You will see a noticeable difference, so just repeat the pattern to your desires. Again, I do not have a ruler, so I am eyeballing this to the best of my abilities with a slippery surface, so while this is not perfect, this should give you an idea on how to implement the lines if a ruler is not an option. And that's it. Pretty straightforward. You just need to clean the fabrics, use the right tools, and draw whichever design you like. As simple as that. Carpet lines, not only is it fun to design your fabrics, it also adds the cherry on top to the service, changing the aesthetics of the vehicle's interior. Now, as a bonus clip, I will show you guys the alternate methods on creating carpet lines with other brush tools. First up is the pet hair brush tool and regular water with no additives, just clean H2O. Now the pet hair tool works surprisingly well as it does not have a lot of noodles on the tool compared to a fiber dense bristle brush. It managed to effortlessly direct the fibers on the carpet with ease. As for drawing the lines, it is a bit tricky because the brush horizontally is too wide and vertically it is too thin. You will have to get creative on how to work around the tool to adjust the carpet line width. Too wide and it will look lazy, too thin and you risk misaligning the lines. Here is what I came up with. I used the brush horizontally and brushed in back and forth motions, adjusting the lines as I go. While the tool cannot provide horizontal and vertical lines with ideal widths in one go, it is still possible. You just have to work around the tool to get the carpet line size that you want. Now I am sure you can see on camera I had to start over because the lines were a bit off. That is the only downside with this tool. Because there is an additional step, the chances of messing up are greater. Not impossible to do the lines with this tool, but more challenging and requires more practice and patience to get it right on the first try. Remember how I said I do not advise using the drill brush? Let me explain. If you only have a drill brush, please note that not all fabrics will react the same with a drill compared to manual hand tools. Allow me to explain. I go over the fabric trying to brush everything evenly in one direction, and I'm sure right away you can see what is wrong here. Again, this does not happen on all fabrics, but the drill brush sometimes leaves visually unbearable lines that honestly looks worse than dirty carpets with hair and sand. The fibers are too clumped up, making patchy stripes that looks uneven, unprofessional, and overall unbearable to look at. Like I said, this does not happen on all fabrics, so test the tool in an inconspicuous area and check the results as you go. And that is pretty much it for the tutorial. Just clean the fabrics, use a light amount of moisture, and get creative with the lines. For this final demonstration, I will show you guys a carpet floor mat that unfortunately has a lot of wear and tear on a small area and what you can do to work around it. Now the owner does not want a carpet shampoo, nor do they want the excessive fibers trimmed. So here's an example to set your expectations accordingly and to not go overboard if the lines are not drawn properly. I proceed with the routine, starting with a thorough vacuum to suck up any of the loose contaminants, and a pet hair to untangle the loose, stubborn hairs. Then I spray a light amount of Fresh Up to neutralize the odor and brush the surface evenly in one direction. I am sure that you could see the patchy spots sticking out, and unfortunately there's nothing I could do to fix it without the owner's request to trim it off. So I will just have to work around it. I tried my best to draw the lines without a ruler and a grippy surface, so all I can say is get yourself a solid surface, unlike what I did here, so you can draw the lines more evenly without the floor mat slipping around. And that is it. How to do carpet lines. Now that you know the tools and the techniques to use, you can now give your interior details that cherry on top to change the aesthetic of the fibers. And of course, all of the products and tools will be listed in the description below for you to check out. If you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and I will gladly look into it and share my feedback.
Alrighty, and that's going to be a wrap for this video. Hopefully this was informative for you guys, so that way you know how to do carpet lines in your next detail. And as always, all of the products and tools that I've used will be linked in the description down below, so that way you guys can check it out in your own time. If you have any more questions or suggestions that you would like to implement, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below for more future content like this down the road, and make sure to hit that bell icon so that way you're notified with every video that I upload. Thank you so much for watching, take care, have a good time.